I've spoken a lot about how writing albums has really helped me grow as a person, not just as a musician, but as a person. And I'm really proud of that because since I was a teenager, I've always used those albums to essentially just document my life. When we released In Bereft Land, we were a two-piece. It was between myself and Mitch Cardone. Him and I were really able to bounce off of each other during that time, but we didn't really have anything in mind that we were trying to accomplish other than, hey, let's write an EP and put it out and see what happens. Go figure that a year later, just as I was getting ready to put Empower out, that's when we found our drummer, Tyler Coutu. And Tyler was an instant fan of our music. He made a drum cover of one of our songs called Melt. And in September of last year, that's when we began playing out live. In that same time, we also have released a couple of new songs, such as Delirium and Venison. I really feel like it's time that we close that chapter behind us. And what I mean by that is, it's not that I don't enjoy playing these songs. I love playing these songs. These songs I wrote when I was in a dark place, and something really cool came of it, and they're my favorite songs to listen to. They're my favorite songs to play. It's more so the fact that I really want to step into this new chapter that we're going into with a new, fresh perspective. And what I really found was a poetic way of ending this chapter and putting it to rest for once and for all was something that happened last week. We had a show up in Revere, Massachusetts, just north of Boston, which is about 2 hours from where we live. We decided to play this as a two-piece. And so we performed this album by showing exactly where we came from and what we were trying to do when we first began. And I think if Mitch and Adam from 2 years ago could see us playing just the two of us 2 years later, 2 hours from home, I think our minds would be really blown. Mitch is a very look ahead, what's next type of guy, and I'm kind of the opposite. As you guys can probably tell, I'm a very reflective person. I think artists really do show and captivate what their chapters of life are. I think it comes from your own perspective. You really can't grow as an artist or as a person until you sit down and really reflect and appreciate where you came from and what you have before you start considering what you're going to do next and where you're going to be heading. So if you haven't already, I would really, really appreciate it if you checked out In Bereft Land by Minutes Unsettled. It's an album that really changed me in so many different ways. And in the end, I'm so thankful for that it happened. Even though it was, yes, a very dark chapter, I'm still so beyond grateful that it happened. And now I can finally comfortably say that I am so excited to step into this next chapter for Minutes Unsettled and for my career as an artist. So thank you for watching, my friends, and thank you so much for listening to my music. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next week.